So I don't think anybody put any charts in there unless I missed one. Wow, team's just killing it. A lot of winning going on. Like a lot. Getting all kinds of messages about the winning, and it's in the room, it's everywhere. Awesome. Awesome winning. So, yeah, where do we start, I guess? I'll just, you guys haven't put any charts in, so we'll just rock and roll through with the momos, or the ones that have strength, not necessarily momos, but anyway, I'm out half of this. I should have really closed the whole thing because that was quite a squeeze. I knew it was going to squeeze over 49.60, I think 49.50, and then it came off. Of course, the shorts covered, but it's holding a pretty neat area. Or was that 48.60? Yeah, it was 48.60. I guess we'll see. I'm still looking at this here, and I'm looking at 14 days left before earnings, and the MACD's got lots of room and the squeeze momentum. So I couldn't get it all. I couldn't dump it all. I just couldn't do it. In fact, I might add again. We'll see. So there's that. You guys seen that oil chart? That was kind of cool, how that all played out. This was fun. I entered here, added through there, exited like within a cent or something from the top, maybe 3 cents or something like that. And then, sorry, we have alert here. Oh, right. I need to exit. Way too many mice. I can't even figure out where, which one goes on which screen. That's awesome. Okay, start that again. Oil. So I started tweeting before it took off. You know, I thought, well, you know, maybe I can deal with some cognitive dissonance there. But no, anyway, so, and then it took off. And I sold right around the top within a few cents. And I come barreling off. I don't know if Chris is in the room. He was DMing me to see what I'm doing next, but came off, kept going down, and now it's hanging out in here somewhere. The interesting thing was when it started to dive there, that's 11:30, and I had explained on Twitter, you know, I thought it was all quite nice of me, right? That's where the range, you know, that's where it was going to happen. And sure enough, kaboom, it happened. But yeah, so Christine, are there? Do you have a good idea of what's going on? So long story short, you know, I don't know, like, it's funny. Like, it's gotta be obvious I don't lose oil trades, doesn't it? Like, or maybe, like, but how would I say everything in advance, and how would I do it all live if people are like, oh, it's not real? Because I don't even, it's not even that I know that I'm gonna trade or like the range. Like I can tell you what time things are gonna happen, right? And I do it pretty publicly. So it's like, how do you get through that with people? course, the institutional guys see it instantly, right? They're just like, oh, he's got the model. You know, he's one of the guys that have it. But retail, man, some retail gets it and some doesn't. It's like I set the whole deal, like right from this one here. Oil shorties may want to let the quadrant play out. It was 6:58 a.m. and it took off shortly after that. Of course, I alerted it in the room. Chris, yes, I'm still in. I missed the exit. Oh, yuck. But it's now on the down channel when I saw correctly. So be better getting out. Hold on a sec on that. So yeah, like I walked it all the way through, like every possible detail, you know. Those are the alerts. Those are the actual alerts, like from the oil alert service, you know, with timestamps and everything on. Just that'll never cease to amaze me. I don't know, myself as an entrepreneur, like when I see somebody winning and I need to, you know, win, I roll over real fast and figure out how to win, you know, with them. But that's me, that's, you know. So let's take a look at the oil chart here for Mr. Chris. So I'm gonna have to delay this publication. That's okay. That's no problem. So I'll still email it to members, but so really, Chris, you're not in the up channel or the down channel. So for the down channel, this is your midline right here. That's your middle of the runway. That's the upper part of your runway. And that's the lower part of your runway. So you're in the down channel, but your up channel is this one here. There's the bottom of it, there's the mid of it, and there's the top of it. So you're always in a down and an up. So then the question is, in the up channel, did it fail? Yes, it failed. Is it trending up? It has been. So it's been in the up channel. Will it take this down runway? Could. So assume both of them, right? Assume, okay, the down channel, this would be support for my down channel, right? Right here where it is, or nearby. My up channel, your mid channel in the up channel. You probably entered in here somewhere. So you're not that far away. But you do have, and I got to be careful how I say this, but you do have, I'll just put it this way, you've got resistance, which is different than your channels, right? Right here, horizontal resistance and horizontal resistance right there that are pretty serious. You also are in a quadrant right here. And you're in the inverse apex right now. So when the apex came, we've seen the downdraft, right? The width, the volatility. You're not out of that width yet. You're still, you know, you're still well within the area of volatility. There's a very good chance that you're going to see, you know, in here. I'm not saying you will, I'm saying it's just a good chance you're going to see in here very, very soon, like within an hour. It's either going to get up in here or it's going to fail that quad and continue down here. So I wouldn't cut until, you see these tails, you got to ignore these tails. Right? Like you see the tail here. When you look at this chart, always ignore the tails. Anyway, you need to hold, because until this fails and really fails, you're to the advantage. Now, just on the quad, on the whole chart, you're to the disadvantage, of course, because of this serious resistance. But it would be normal for the machines to take it from here to at least here, if not here, while it's in this quad. Or it might just, crawl up here. So how it works is the machines hold it there. See, these tails, these aren't the machines. These are people. That's people. The machines take it to there. The people took it to there. Then the machines, all the machines do is they wait the decision for people to go up or down. Right now, the people, the buyers are moving in. And so the machines, based on the buying power, the velocity of buying, will either take it straight up to this decision, or if it's not that aggressive here, or if it's not good at all, you'll go completely south. So the machines wait for the market to decide. So that's your first decision right here. That purple line. It's not very thick, it's not very serious, but it's there. And it might be even a little off, because you can see how I mean, the difference between there and here isn't that much, right? Even this, but you just got to think velocity as it's coming down. It's overshooting, right? So you got to ignore that. So, unfortunately, right underneath that, that's the issue. Normally, like day to day, this would be no problem, because you just know it's going to get traded through the quad, right? And as you get closer to the end of the quad, it gets tighter and tighter and tighter. But look, see, it's coming now. See, the machines, all they do is they're just taking it to that next decision right now. And when it gets there, then the humans have to decide, are we going back down or up? And then the machines just take it to the next decision. You see how it stopped there? And I said that purple line is probably a little bit high. So there's your decision right there. That purple line should be, a cent lower or whatever. So the machine just, I don't know if you noticed how it just popped in there. Anyway, that's how this happened, right? It just, that's why I know the volatility is coming, because it's midway through the quadrant. That's how I know the range is coming. So, now the machines will wait for the people to decide, but if it gets up and over the purple line, then machines will take it to the next purple line really fast. People buy there, they'll take it to the next. And so it's one decision at a time. But now that it's gone down here and done what it did there, and it's regaining, it's probably going to trade in here in this triangle. And you'll get to here, and then the decision has to be made. And if it doesn't pop out or down from the quadrant, either way, at that point, here it has to be made, the decision, right? Because that's the end of that quad. But you can see here, see? So as it gets up over where the purple line should be, it'll get, a bit more vicious. But even when the machines start taking it from here to here, like from decision to decision, if the buyers don't come along with the machines, they'll stop too. So it's just, it's just logic, simple logic. It's just that they trade faster than we do. That's all it is. So I know I gave you a little bit more than I needed to, but I thought a few other people listening that maybe needed to know how that worked. Cool? Cool. So hold on as long as you don't lose down here. Away you go. Okay. Okay, so let's go back to, oh yeah, cognitive dissonance. So I was on the beach last night, and you see the fire, and because my job is to hit the mark, right? That's what that picture is all about. I'm thinking, and I didn't realize until, and then I stepped back and went, oh man, I can't get away from my work. In between dives. What else do we have to talk about? SRG, we talked about that. It's come off now. I should have sold the whole thing, but let's see. And so yeah, SRG, OMVS, how do you make out? What's wrong with the charts? There we go. So OMVS is just kind of held up, eh? Well, that's fine. That's a decent move on the day. It's just that, it's at resistance. That's no big deal though, not on a chart like that. I'd like to see that one go. Todd, yeah, I see your comment there. You might want to, just type into Google how to use Epic the oil algorithm, and it explains, that explains all the algorithms, right? How to use them all. And the funny thing is, like when they first start to percolate and come out, we charge next to nothing for them. Like some of them are like, I think $50 a month or whatever. Anyway, I won't tell people what Epic's going to be here right away. Okay. Anything else? I guess that's it. Let's look at the movers. 1227 burnt half our time. I'm good at that. Netflix. Ah, it's regaining some Momo here. Nice. Okay, where are our... Sorry, I'm just killing some of this because... No, I'm watching just in case you guys tell me that. I don't like anything. AEZS, wowza. SRPT, wowza. Yeah, no problem, Chris. See you later, man. Yeah, 2 o'clock, it'll be right on 2 o'clock. The video will be sent out too, just so you know. Actually, we may as well look at AEZS and SRPT. Get a feel for the daily on them. If you guys are ever in a situation where you can't manage your trades, our fund does that. That's what it does. So our call it whatever you want, private fund or dark pool or whatever. We execute trades for the fund. So which is different than managing somebody's money. So it's not like people send us $1 million and say, manage or trade this money. We get power of attorney and we control their trading. We're their traders. That's how it works. AEZS. Bounced off of that 200. Beautiful. What a beautiful candle. Just like, can't be any more textbook perfect as a bottom play through the MAs. Well, I guess it could be just a tad better, but not much. That's just beautiful. Man, I don't know if I'd sell if I could, Trace. I think this is the one you were saying you had to wait till tomorrow. Jeez. I guess always take your profits, right? Leave a bit in there. Yeah, you can chat with Sartaj, Chris. The only thing is, like, I got to be careful there because there's lots of details beyond that. But yeah. Anyway, it's a private fund, so I can't really say too much. But that's generally sure. But yeah, you go ahead and talk to him. He'll tell you. He'll get you the details. Yeah, that's the problem. An offering. I don't know enough about this curve to know if that's a risk or not for you, Trace. I guess it's always a risk, but. Huh. Great part. That much I know. Great action. SRPT on the daily. I wouldn't be surprised if you get at least 3 days here. Just by where it gapped. Up and go is pretty good. If you get up over that 45-50 area, you're definitely gone for a while. What did it get to today? 43.69. Yeah, like a 40. Is that what it is? Yeah, it's right around 45.60, give or take. So 45.60 gets you another run. It's pretty nice. So we'll see if we get it. I would definitely enter that one over that. Okay. AVA. A utility. Interesting. So AVA has itself in a situation where it's straight price action breakout. It's buy, close your eyes, close your ears, and hope for the best, set a stop. I'm going to try and close some of this here. This is running really slow. AMBC. Yeah, so if you guys ever have any insight on why, like what I was talking about earlier about retail, why they, the average retail trader, if I was a trader out there and I was lost, I was losing, and I seen somebody winning all the time, especially as consistently as I do with oil, because it's not hard to figure out. Just curious why they'll stay in. Because I've had conversations with some of them, right, where I'm like, I don't know if you noticed, but I don't lose. They're like, yeah, I know. And then I'm like, but you're crying because you're losing, right? Yeah. Okay. AMBC. At resistance over the 200. not necessarily our setup, but close. Not perfect for, you know, not something I would trade. No, it's just not one I could put on my list. There's, you know, there's a lot of inconsistencies with the chart, and I'd have to go into details, and there's no reason to really do that. Fibonacci is key, yeah. It's how you use Fibonacci, though. See, using Fibonacci like the retail market uses it gives you a bit of insight. I mean, it's better than watching CNBC. But it doesn't allow you to trade with the best of the best. Who are the best of the best is the question, right? Well, the best in the world are the machines. Human trader can't out-trade the machines now. The algorithms are too good. So if the machines are taking the majority of the profits, which is what's happening now, I mean, you don't have to look very far to find private funds that are making massive percentages and consistently all the time. So the way that the machines are programmed to do that is the trick. That's the secret. And that's what you guys are going to learn in masterclass, because I'm just giving it away. Interactive chart. Hopefully they don't shoot me before I'm done the classes. I can't give you every detail because there's some proprietary stuff in there, but I'm going to give you enough to work with it. There's a couple details I just can't give you. SSNT. You're getting the videos. You should have got the first in the series. Every member gets the videos. SSNT. Iffy. I don't like it at all, the way it trades. Yeah, it's a 2 o'clock masterclass. You should get those videos. We've only done one so far. The one yesterday, I screwed it up. I was helping a lady and her son, and I was late, and there was all kinds of stuff happening. That was a kooky day yesterday, boy. Just kooky. It's like the world tilted. Don't like that one either. I mean, it might set up eventually here. Like it looks like it's bottoming. Like as a bottom player, I'd be all over this. Oh, it's serious. That makes sense. If it holds the 200, I guess, you know, considering the story, you know, I got to deal with Amazon is what it is, and so we'll see. I'd keep that one on watch. In fact, why don't I set a trigger on it? OMVS, no, I have no, sorry. As soon as she gets hold of me, I'll let you know. 20 through the 100. For sure I will, because of course, pending what she has to say, well, you know, literally if she says, yeah, it's, you know, it's in lockup, I'll get in it right away. Literally, if she says, do it, I just do it. That's the thing, that's what I'm struggling with that cognitive dissonance, right? That's a perfect example right there. Like, I know some OTC experts, they don't lose. The only reason I don't get into it, because they always tell me, you know, you should get in this, you should get in that, and they always win. And sometimes I don't, just because I'm in so much and I can't think about anything. But if I had to win, I mean, immediately I'd be like, yeah, every time, of course. Us traders, we're a weird bunch. Very original group of people. So it's like that with the poker community though too. I'm not a poker player, but I have family members that play. HPZ, or J, sorry. This is interesting. It's kind of like the charts yesterday, that big up. It's pretty interesting. It's up to you, but if you're a Momo type player, that's one to watch. Because if it does get up over 6, it's gone. Now it's got a ways to go, I understand, but anyway, look at the squeeze momentum. It's not the structure, but if I was if I was geared towards momentum stocks, I'd be watching this one silly close. Just so you know. SYNT. Oh yeah, for sure I will. I'm going to hook you up, Trace. I'm going to try and get a few of them in to do webinars for you guys. I'd always planned to get different people I know in the markets to come in and do webinars. It just it's like anything else. You got a shopping list, you got your grocery list, your bucket list, and it's like, oh, time's tough. SYNT testing is 200. You could watch that for that, I guess. SNGX, did we not chart this one about a month ago? SNGX. Sorry, every noon hour before I go out and I walk monkey and play with them and stuff in the grass, and then my allergies go nuts. SNGX. Pretty sure we did. Trading 273 under the 200. Maybe we were looking at it for the bottom play potential. It's going to bottom here soon, this one. Yeah, look at how it's basing. That's probably its last. Look at these candles here. Squeeze, it's turned green. This should be its last downdraft, unless earnings sent it down. That's a good base. SNGX, is that what it was? My channel. I was getting down to shot A last night. People comment all the time online. You listen to everything. SNGX. I do. Yeah. Oh, three months ago. That's what that was. So that was on its last pop. SNGX. Interesting. I like it. So I must have traded it in here. Yeah, I did. In here. for the 200. So what do we do here? I guess if it gets going, we're going to know about it. I just don't want to take up space on the alerts. But I like that. I bet you that's bottom on it. So if you like those kind of plays, SNGX, DWCH. There's a few decent charts in there today. Just nothing, no AAAs. Yeah, no problem, Todd. There's probably going to be, you know, I would guess it's probably going to take 20 days, hour and a half. It's going to take a while to get through it all. Wow. That's a trending, that's a swing trading platform sub-provider's dream, this one. So predictable. Just whether or not you get the returns you're looking for. So, geez, that's an interesting chart, isn't it? So it's getting up into its resistance. Oh, it's got a gap fill too coming up. But it's quite a ways up. I like that. What kind of company is this? Oh, there's no volume. Ugh. No volume. Damn, no volume. Well, that's cool, Todd. I'll try and keep my rants to a minimum. DWCH. That's too bad. There's no volume there. That's such a nice chart. See, part of my problem is I do have to normally look for volume too, like heavy liquidity, especially now that we're with the fund, because we can't move in and out of those low floats with the fund. I mean, we just wreck them. Whoops. You know, like some of this low float junk these guys are trading, if we moved in and out with our fund, we'd be, ugh. Yeah. So who is in the room right now anyway? Let's take a look. We do have the password on the room, don't we? Yeah, we do. Sartaj put it back on, I think, for today. Let's see. Oh, small room. Bernard, Clint, welcome aboard, Clint, Coleman, Kurt, Deb, Hedgehog, Leaf, welcome aboard, Leaf, Tracy. Yeah, really, it's me. And then I can't see the rest. So probably by January we're going dark, okay? Like we're pretty much convinced we're just so you know, we're going to keep everything that we have, and you know, people will be able to subscribe just like always, and blah blah blah. But I mean, in terms of like being out in the public, because our private fund is going extremely well, and thus we'll just keep doing what we're doing right now. It's just without, you know, the promotional to the retail. Unless retail picks it up before then, but I don't see them picking it up anytime soon. I think it'll be a while before they get it as far as the machines. Once they need the machines, by then we'll have them programmed. But the thing is, it'll be so expensive by then. But whatever. OREX, under the 200. Yeah, that's an interesting chart. It's just these are actually, most of these are really neat charts today. There's no predictability in that chart though. AKCA. You know, I'd like to have the time to go through a bunch of the ones that I've been following the last month or two. because there's big movements coming in the market soon. I'd like to have them ready. I don't know if the market's going up or down, but there's big movements between now and mid-September sometime. That's not very far away to get ready, really. If you think about it, it's July 20th. In the markets, that's not a long time. That's kind of a funny chart now, isn't it? Is this an IPO? Yeah, it is. It's an IPO. Close your eyes and set a stop and go on its 5th day. Look at that. We just bumped into an IPO. Well, it took us 5 days, but I don't watch IPOs anymore. I used to be on a team that did this. Pardon me, sorry. Neat. Almost want to throw 1,000 shares at that. Forget about it. Forget about it. So that's it, I'm in. I'm going to send out an alert quick here. I'm going to call it a swing. I got a little bit of room on my 5% casino allowance. My portfolio. I've been winning, right? So I've got that 5% has gotten kind of big lately. Kind of hesitate to send this alert because it's not disciplined at all. I guess I could say that, eh? Okay, so that's AKCA. I'll have to do some reading on it tonight. Yuri. DWCH, we did look at that, right? MATR. Trading 277 up 9%, so that's a bottom play. And it actually looks pretty decent, doesn't it? That's a nice base. Not that it won't fail, I bet. Okay, AKCA. High caution. No setup. No. There, that should be enough warning for them. Okay. AGRX. So I looked through MATR. Oh no, I did not. Yeah. Bottom play looks good. Squeeze momentum's about to turn green. So bottom play, it's interesting. And it's very iffy whether or not it'll turn, but once it gets up, it doesn't respect the 200 either. That's another issue. Yeah, that's but you know, it'd be kind of fun to play that bottom. Let's hope I didn't nail the top there with my buy. Probably did actually. AGRX, whoa. Whoa. That came into that gap nice, eh? Filled it. Filled it on perfect. Doesn't really handle the chart well though, does it? Huh. Unfortunately, it's right up against that resistance. These are, a lot of these are under 10 bucks today too. Oh, poor Chris. I think he's about to. I think oil's going to fail him there. Shoot. Guess we'll see. AMRS. So this one is where the last one was, but earlier in the process. Wow, there's a bunch of this right now. Yeah, if you're a bottom player, today's kind of bottom playing setup land. I'm not convinced it's bottomed, but yeah, I'm not convinced on that one. That one that we went past where I was like, you know, it's decent. That one's super high probability it's bottomed. Bottom plays, it's nice to get one that's back tested, you know. Took off a little bit, comes back, tests, and bounces again. USAT. So all of these kind of have the same kind of characteristics in the chart. There's like two different structures of charts we're seeing here, but the way they handle the 200, they're all, it's really interesting how that works. How similar they are. Because they're all causing me to stop and go, wow, they don't really, they do, but they don't. But man, what a nice trending stock. But look at after, you know, so that's our setup right there. And then after it comes off here, now it's getting heavy. You can tell it's getting top heavy. Wow. Jeez. Interesting. So our setup, right? And it gets going, and it really gets going. It goes from 14 to 46. Pulls back a little bit once to 20. Anyway, so pulls back to the 20, goes again, pulls back to the 50, goes again, pulls back and it doesn't get to the 100. So the bulls take it before it gets to the 100. And then it's got a right ear sidewinder right here. And look what happened. Look at that. Huh. Darn it. Jeez, missed it on both counts. Missed it here at the 200, missed it here. That I would have bought for sure. The thing about them is they're so volatile. Like you see how it snapped to the lower side here? That can shake people out really fast. Huh. Wow. Technically, super cool. Now, it's got the horns. Coming out of the bowl, cup and handle, I guess a lot of people would call it. Jeez. So if it gets going here, you'll see 53.50 fast up over where it is. And 58. Interesting. You see those right ear sidewinders, and you got to stop and look close because that's a no messing around group of bulls. See, look here. So the stock RSI is coming down. Price went up. Sartaj normally doesn't get into the room until about 3 or 4, like, or into, you could just DM him or go into the, whatchamacallit, Discord. I'd like to be able to help you, but I'm completely deficient in the mind with that kind of stuff. I mean, I just learned that there's, can't remember what it's called that I use on the phone here. This chart's interesting. I'm actually trying to decide whether I'm going to take an entry in this. If you can believe it. So the stock RSI was coming down and price was going up that whole time. People were completely asleep at the wheel. What was happening there? It goes from 10 bucks to 50 bucks, just under 50 bucks, 5 times, and the whole market was, well, it woke up in here. I see, it got through the, see, technically, it functioned right, it's just it got away on everybody. Because that's what happens to me, right? If it gets away, I say to you guys all the time, I'm waiting for it to back test to an MA. That's what happened, and then boom, it went again. Oh, it dropped right off right here. When it tested that 20. That's hilarious. Interesting chart. It just traded thin. Well, that's okay. Man, that's a cool chart. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to set an alert. This one gets up over its range right now, and I'm in like a dirty shirt. Pardon me. 75, 77. Yeah, I'm not too sure how to help you with that, Trace. I wish I knew. But Sartaj will be able to, or one of those guys. $50 it was at today, so I guess it's not the best. And if nothing else, once we get into the training session today, one of the guys in there, I'm sure will help you. Yeah, I'm going to take this one. Interesting. Okay. OREX, I know that one. Well, we may as well see where it's at right now. I'm not saying this won't get going, but I am saying that it trades like absolute terrible junk. Actually, we looked at it, didn't we? Maybe? I don't know, but it's no good. RELV. Another one. This is neat. Wow. You guys see this chart? MCRB. Did we already look at this? So what's your fill, your gap like? Wow, it's huge. It's huge. I never got my fill in AKCA, but I'm going to enter. Oh, okay, it's coming off. Well, I'll go back and see if I got my fill at some point here. I don't know what's going on there with it. Jeepers. Okay, this is a really interesting chart. Squeeze momentum's just turning green right now. The 100's about to go through the 200. Man, that's an interesting chart. These ones here today are kind of challenging me from the perspective of something I normally wouldn't look at, but for stuff I don't look at, it's really interesting. Potential is really high with these, especially this one. So over 14, I guess, ish. So there's an alarm on it. Wow, that's it. I don't know how to say it any better, but that's like I almost want to hit that one right now. AKCA is right after my alert. There's a huge spread on that though. Huh. Jeez. It's a bit of room on the stock RSI. Not much. That can go forever. Which one had that divergent? Anyway, I alarmed it, so. Jeez. So why did it back off here today? It backed off on its previous highs. So it gets up over 14-ish to see 15 easy. Not even blinking. Jeez. If it gets up over 14, it's going to see 15 easy. Gets up over 15.50, and it might see 21 bucks. So you hit it at 14 and 15.50. "21 days to earnings." Cool. Then we have yeah, if you get good at those bottom gap fills, you got to be good though. Like you gotta watch them tight. You gotta keep them tight. But the range is so big on some of them. Huge range in some of them. That was an interesting chart. I'm having a hard time getting away from that one. Farmland Partners. I was just thinking, I hope I didn't delete any videos that I didn't already upload. Not that it really matters. This is just junky the way it trades. Sure, you know, could fill, but it's not much of a fill. That was a quick lesson in risk reward too. Yeah. Air Castle. So this is another one of those that just trades junky. I wouldn't touch this one. So that looks like all of it. Yeah. Yeah. That's it for today. So 2 o'clock, we got masterclass. Anybody have any questions before I head out for a half-an-hour break? All right. Thanks for coming out.